video, I want to cover a really great feature in Jira Service Management. I'm going to talk about how, as an agent, as a service desk agent, you can add customer-facing forms to a JSM work item to collect additional information. Now let's start with some basics. What is a JSM form? Forms are really central in Jira Service Management. Of course, we know that forms really provide a means for structured input to collect information from your customers. And this, of course, is used both for resolving incidents, service disruptions, as well as fulfilling service requests. And typically forms are, yes, added to a request type. And when we add a request type to a form, we are allowing customers to provide additional information. Now, on a request type, of course, we are configuring particular fields. And when a form is added to a request type, essentially what the customer then sees on the portal when they submit a new request, filling out that form, they see the combination of both the fields on the request type editor as well as the form. I covered this topic extensively in another video on our YouTube channel called Demystifying Forms in JSM. You can look for that video. Now, in this video, I want to cover a few additional topics which are really neat. So let's talk a little bit more about forms. When a customer has submitted a form, yes, out of the box in their permissioned role as JSM agents, can always edit this form via the JSM edit screen operation. This is always possible for them. So if they are talking to the customer, collecting additional information, they can always edit that form. A JSM project administrator, however, can also open the form to be editable from the portal for customers as well. Now, it's important to emphasize that forms are not always mapped to a request type. And this is specifically of note because a JSM agent from the work item view, when they work a ticket, can then mainly add any form to that work item and route it back to the customer for additional information. And yes, this can not only be done mainly by the agent, it can also be done automatically through Jira Automation. And the last point I'd like to make is that you can even configure a JSM Jira workflow in a way where the submission of a form is conditional to routing that request on to the next workflow status. So let's talk about a use case which I'm going to demonstrate here in a moment. So the use case is very common. Your company welcomes a new team member, and this is then typically, of course, results in the walking through many tasks that various teams have to do, including the IT department for IT onboarding. So the HR department submits an IT onboarding checklist to track the various tasks that need to be completed by IT. IT receives that, they work through the tasks, and then they find out that, well, the address to which the IT equipment should be shipped to was not provided. And they're now routing a form back to HR, the submit of the request, to collect this information. So let's go through that scenario real quick. So I am now simulating a situation where I am an HR business partner, person that is responsible for the onboarding of new team members, and I go to the portal and I fill out an IT onboarding checklist. So I'm gonna pause the video, fill out this form, and then I come back. So in this case, the HR advisor from the portal has submitted an onboarding request for a new hire, filled out all the information that they have. We need to provision a new laptop, etc., and submitted that request. Now from the portal, I'm now going back into the agent view, and let's look at that ticket. Now that ticket is now routed to the IT fulfillment team. The IT fulfillment team assigns the ticket to themselves, and then they can now do a few things. So let's look at the form. They, of course, see the form, the employee onboarding IT checklist form submit it and attach to the ticket, and they can look at all the information. They see that we need to ship a Lenovo standard package laptop, including 2 monitors, to that customer. They look at all this information. Just to demonstrate, they can click on the 3 action items and then edit the form, because the form was configured to be editable, and I show you this in a moment. So they can now, as they're going through the onboarding, the provisioning, they can of course now mark the date that this was all completed. But they can now also add a new form. And now they see that the shipping address was actually not provided. So they can now add a new form. Now, what I'm demonstrating here now is the manual adding of the new form. And then later I'm going to show you the same thing with automation. So they clicked on next to attached forms is the plus sign. They click on the plus sign, and they can now see a form that is suggested, a new address confirmation form. They add that form, and when they click the add button, the form is now added to the ticket. By default, the form is added as an internal form, but they can toggle this and make the form an external form. So external meaning it's now exposed to the customer. So the form is now added to the ticket, routed to the customer. Now, they would now obviously come in here and add a customer-facing comment. So in this case, the customer is the HR advisor. Please provide shipping information, address information. And now when the form is now routed to the customer, let's look for a moment how this looks for the customer on the portal. Now going back to the portal view, so this is where the HR advisor submitted the original request, we now see a second form added. We see the new hire address confirmation form automatically added and the comment that was added as well. And now this form is configured to be editable. So now HR can provide that shipping information back to IT. Now, as they fill out that form, all the information is required, click the submit button, submit the form back to IT. If we go back to the ticket that resides with the agent in IT, they now see that form, that information that was resubmitted by the customer on the portal. They see that form added to the ticket, and they can now proceed in provisioning that equipment because they have collected the correct information. Now, the last thing I want to show you is that we can also do this via automation. So I'm going to run through another scenario where the form is automatically added when we route to a particular workflow. So I prepared a new submission ticket from the portal. This is a new hire. Mary Jean Patterson is joining us on the same day. So the ticket is submitted. Let's look at the ticket in the agent view. And again, out of the box, it only adds that one particular form. The new hire address form is not yet added. So rather than adding the form manually, I'm now simulating where automation is adding the form automatically. And we're doing this by routing the request back to the submitter, so to the status waiting for customer. And when I'm routing that back to the customer, I don't need to add a comment at this point. I'll show you because I do this through automation. So I'm routing it back to the customer, so in this case, the HR submitter, and automation is now kicked in where the form was automatically added. So I didn't click anything here manually. I did not add it manually. It was added automatically through Jira Automation. It added that form when I routed to the waiting for customer status, and I also automatically add comment to the ticket. So let's look in closing the various configuration elements that I built to make this all work. So here's the request type, is the first configuration element. We have the request type IT onboarding that I created. So in the request form view, it's important to point out that here are fields that we're adding to the request form view inside the request type editor. And yes, those fields will always show up on the portal as well, in addition to the form, the one form, the new employee information form that I attach to that request type. So that's the first thing. The second thing are the forms. So let's look at the two forms in question. So the first form that I have is the employee onboarding IT checklist, the form that I submitted a couple of times. So here's the form, all the details on the form, and I'd like to draw your attention to the settings tab. In the settings tab, yes, we attached this form to the request type IT onboarding. And in this particular case, I opted for this particular form to not be kept open for edits, right? So this is the key here. Once that form is submitted, the agent out of the box can always edit the form, but the customer cannot edit the form. The second form I'd like to draw your attention to, which is the form that we attached, is the new address confirmation page. So this is when we're collecting that address information. And I'd like to draw your attention to the settings tab, where we, first of all, don't attach that form to a request type. It's just added to the work item instead. And I selected the settings on this form to be kept open for edit, so the customer, not only the agent, but the customer can edit this form from the portal. And I could also check off this checkbox, show this form as recommended when selecting from a list of existing forms. So it basically, when the agent selects a form to be added to a work item, it shows at the very top as a recommended form. So this brings me to the end of my video today. Hopefully you found this information helpful. In summary, JSM is very powerful to use structured forms to collect information from your customers on the portal. Form design is very important and very powerful. And what I wanted to demonstrate with this video is the power of not only using a form during the initial intake of a request or an incident, but also allowing the flexibility for agents to collect additional information in a structured manner. And this can be done, as I demonstrated, both manually, by manually adding a form to the ticket, to the work item, but it can also be done automatically. It can be automatically added via a Jira automation. Thank you very much. Hopefully you found this information helpful, and I look forward to seeing you on another video.